When you look at these images, each with their own distinct style and story, what are they missing? That's right, the sound. More specifically, the music. When music is married to stunning visuals, the story takes on a new dimension. Composers for TV and film have to be versatile in many styles and know how to seduce with sound. Jason Murgo, a San Antonio native, possesses these skills that national and international companies seek to bring compelling emotion to convey their idea. Whether it means selling a product or composing a film score. All of the scenes you've witnessed were pieces that Jason scored here locally in his San Antonio studio. Competing with other music houses in New York, LA, and abroad, Jason has managed to compete and garner international awards. Composers no longer need to reside in Hollywood to achieve commercial success. It happens right here in San Antonio. So we visited Jason at his studio one day, and he was doing a spot for Guinness. It was going to be a huge international ad. He asked me to lay some vocals on this idea, which I did, and it turned out to be one of the coolest experiences in a recording studio I've ever had.
You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Whatever they do, they won't cut you down. Whatever they do, they won't cut you down. You may throw your rock, hide your hand, work it in the dark and get your fellow man. But as sure as black and white was done in the dark to be brought to light. Done in the dark to be brought to light. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Whatever they do, they won't cut you down. Whatever they do, they won't cut you down.
You were kind of explaining the process of how an actual composition starts and what is asked of you. You mind telling everybody how that works?
Typically, the client will send us a brief about the style of music that they're looking for and the overall tone of the project. More often than not, they'll include a rough visual edit, in the form of a movie file, so we can have a reference to kind of work to. And that really helps. We usually submit multiple pieces of music, so they got a little variation to choose from. And from there, we'll refine the piece until the client signs off on it, and it goes to air. And this one is a Nissan spot that we did. It's titled Declaration.
This has to be probably one of my absolute favorite places to be is your studio. We've done a lot of cool things here, and I'm such a fan of yours. When exactly did you decide this is what I want to do?
Honestly, just getting to do what I love for a living is huge, I guess my first real thrill professionally was getting to compose music for Michel Gondry. On a spot he directed for Motorola. I'm a huge fan of his, so that was great.
Tiffany's a fantastic singer and a great businesswoman. What exactly is her role in Machine Says Yes?
Tiff does it all. She is, she's like a quintuple threat. You know, she's a singer, she's a voiceover talent, she does the books for the family and the business. She wrangles the kids and handles all, you know, the executive chef duties, etc., etc. Recently, we got to work together on a spot for Svedka Vodka. We sang together on a remake of an 80s new wave song called Cool Places that I got to kind of, you know, repurpose or reimagine.
I wanna go to cool places with you.
I wanna take you to cool places tonight.
I wanna move like this and that.
A minimum of chit chat.
I never wanna cool down, cool places tonight. I wanna go, I wanna go, I wanna go, I wanna go, I wanna go.
You had mentioned to me that the Guinness beer ad was, you know, a big deal when it happened for you. Who was involved in that, and who was the filmmaker, and where did it play, and what is the story behind the Guinness beer spot?
Well, there was no real story about the commercial itself. It was just a little anecdote of my own. I wasn't aware of who the director was for the production, you know, on the shoot. But I got a call early one morning from him, you know, from the director to discuss some revisions on the music. And as you know, I don't operate at full mental capacity for at least 2 hours after I get out of bed. You know, so I was pretty groggy. Anywho, you know, he says, "Hi, Jason, it's Tom Hooper," you know, with this accent, and I'm like, Tom Hooper. Why do I know that name? So, 30 minutes into the call, it dawns on me that, oh, this is Tom Hooper, the director of the film The King's Speech. And so I was just like, wow,